Okay, good evening, everyone, and also good morning. Uh, Welcome back to RoboCup at Home Education Online Challenge 2021. Today we have this online classroom for standard platform Pepper 2.5. Okay, so today is the third week for this online classroom, and we have the topic Pepper Visual Perception. Okay, so I'm Jeffrey, your host today, and also together with me is there are a few engineers from SoftBank Robotics who will show you some cool Pepper demonstration after this. Okay, so this is the arrangement. So just in case you want to know where is the link, but I suppose you know, right? But you can actually take a photo, okay, just in case you want the QR code version. So this one is the one. And also, just in case if you can't really hear or you have some problem, because I got some feedback that they have some problem accessing from different platform. So you may want to try to access from your mobile phone as well, because apparently that one seems like less problem as long as you have the apps. Okay, and then for today's arrangement, we have 2 hours again. So we will show you a few examples and also to explain to you some of the functionality and also show you the real demo on Pepper itself. So, okay, and if you are looking for the materials, okay, so the first link will show you to our main page. So this one is our main page. Then it seems like some of you okay, most of you can't see this because maybe I don't share it to the public. So I will rectify this problem, but same materials you can actually get from our class, okay, our course, which is over here. And also the video for last 2 weeks already up is inside here. And today we are at the third class over here, Pepper Visual Perception. So you can find the PDF for our presentation slide and also assignment question inside here. And the video will be up usually before the next class. Okay. All right. So that is the arrangement. So yeah, so this is the link for the course material. Okay, so we are ready to start. So before I start, as a reminder, so for your privacy, video will be recorded throughout the whole session. So please refrain from turn on your microphone and also your webcam throughout the whole session. After the class, we will have an interaction section. So during that time, then we can okay, you can turn on your mic and we can interact during that time. Okay. Other than that, please turn off your microphone and webcam. Okay, thank you for your cooperation. Okay, let's start. So today we are going to discuss about the eyes for Pepper. So what the visual perception that available in Pepper robot that we can use for our development. So we divided this class into these 4 examples to show you these 4 functionality. So the first one is to take a picture. So I guess this is a very fundamental example for visual perception, is to get the data from the camera sensor and then store that data as a picture. So this one is very basic, but it is very useful. Okay, so for example, if you are developing a service robot, okay, so for example, you want Pepper to serve your guests or try to do some interesting application with your guests. So you can use this text picture to help the guests to take some group photo, for example. Okay, so you can use combine with the voice interaction or voice command that we learned last week. So you can tell Pepper that, Pepper, can you please take a photo? Then Pepper will okay, so please stand together, 1, 2, 3, take photo. Okay, so this is one very useful functionality that can make your robot very interactive, okay, and also very interesting for your guests. And we will show you how to do it, okay, after this. Then the second one is face detection. Okay, so face detection is we already have the library that with all the algorithm that everything is trained nicely. So all you need to do is just to pull the instruction box into your program, and then you can use it directly. Okay, And for this face detection, just want to clarify that the difference between this face detection and also the face recognition, which is on the third one, the difference are face detection, it actually don't recognize who are there in the picture. Okay, so for example, like it only count how many face appear in the picture. Okay, regardless whether Pepper have any idea about this person. Okay, so even like strangers, the face still will be detected, and Pepper will count like in one time how many faces are there in one frame of the picture. Okay, so that is face detection. Then for face recognition, you use it when you want to train Pepper to recognize certain person. Okay, someone that you can put a name to that person, and then you want Pepper to remember this particular face that associate to this name. Okay, so that one we will use function number 3, which is face learning and recognition. So we need to learn first. You need to train Pepper to learn the face of certain person, and also you need to give the name. Then after you have done the training, we can use the recognition part of this function for Pepper to recognize that person when it appears in front of Pepper, or when it appear in the view region of the Pepper. Okay, so this is the difference between like face detection and also face recognition. Then the last one for facial features recognition. So other than just recognize that face belongs to what name or who, we also have some very cool features. For example, like Pepper can recognize some human features, for example, the age, okay, based on the facial information. Okay, we have a few instruction box that you can use for this facial features recognition that we will introduce after this. Basically, what you can do is like one is for the gender, another one is for the age, and then we got another one which is can recognize some expression or some emotion of the user. So for example, like if the user are like happy or sad or neutral or moody or something. So we have some software function or algorithm inside Pepper system that can help you to do this kind of recognition. Okay, so basically that are the 4 features that we are going to discuss, and also to show you how to do this development today. Right, so let us start with the first one, take picture. Right, so take picture is very useful, I would say. So please use this for your first application because it's not very complicated as well. So the objective is to introduce the use of this instruction box, which is a take picture instruction box, and to make it more useful and also easier for you to see the picture, because like for take picture instruction box, it will actually store that particular picture or photo inside the system. Okay, so in order to see whether you like dig into the system and try to save out the file and display the file on your PC, another best way or easier way or more preferred way is like you can use another function in Pepper, which is to display the picture on the tablet in front. Okay, which is we are going to show you how to do this shortly, so that you can straight away verify the output from the take picture. Okay, that will be more handy when you pair these 2 instruction box together. And to take note, when you use this take picture instruction box, okay, so you can see like the input output is pretty much simple. It's just on start, which is like when you start, then it will start to take the picture at that particular moment. Then after finish, then you will go to on stop, right? So there isn't any much other input output for your development, but of course you can add, but by default it's just as simple as that. And also this is something very important for you to remember, that this take photo will store the photo taken inside this folder, okay, which is inside this this is the root, then recording under camera. Okay, and this folder are inside the machine, okay, the system inside the robot. So you have to either able to access to the system to get this file, or you can use other way to access, which is over here. We will show you an example using the display on the tablet way to show you. And the format of the photo is in JPEG. Okay, so how to do this? I hope like no newcomer here, so you know where to get this file. So all our example that we discussed in the class are available in our GitHub repository. So I already like update for today's example, so you can download the latest one from our GitHub repository. So here we are going to open up the first example to explain to you. So under this Vision folder, you can find another folder which is name called Take Picture. Okay, and yeah, you're going to open this. But don't worry if you don't know where is it. Later, Austin is going to show you exactly the step how to do this. Right. So when you open up this example, you will see only one instruction box, which is the name is Take Picture and Display. Right, just one. But you know that this symbol represent like this box is actually a combination of several boxes underneath. Okay, so we need to open this thing up and see what are the things inside there. Okay, later on. Another things that you might want to take note is the video monitor. So the location usually will be appear here. So over here you can see like there's a robot view. Okay, you can switch to this video monitor, but if this is not available, you can actually open up from the view tab on top. Okay, so you can turn on the video monitor, but before you do this, make sure your choreograph is connected to your robot. Okay, without connecting to your robot, you are not going to see any camera feed from here. Okay, so this camera monitor will show exactly the data or the image that is taken by the sensor on the pepper head. Okay, and but the thing is like the resolution might be a bit lower because like it need to make sure that you can see it on time. It's a video display. Okay, so it's a video display, so you can actually like pose in front of the robot and you can see yourself inside here, the monitor. And currently you can see this is the leg of Pepper, so the head is actually like facing downwards when this screen capture was taken. Okay, so this is the video display. So you can use this to verify that exactly like the view, because sometimes you want to place the robot to see like the distance to make sure that everything is in the view. So you can use this monitor for that particular purpose. Then another things that I want to say. Okay, so if you open up the Take Pictures and Display, you will see like inside there are a few boxes. Okay, so for this Take Picture, this is the default one. So which is you can find this thing from the library, the instruction box library. And then we use to delay. Okay, so why this to delay? Okay, so it needs some explanation, which I will leave it for Austin to tell you why this to delay. The delay is to actually control the timing for the execution. Okay, but over here we need to use two. One of it is because of this show image. Okay, so this show image is another instruction box that we are going to introduce in this example to achieve the functionality to show the image taken from the Take Picture and show it on the laptop, the tablet. Okay, so this is the show image instruction box to display the picture taken from the Take Pictures. Okay, right. So I will leave the rest of the explanation to Austin when show you the development. So for this particular example, what we want to achieve is like we can use Pepper so that we can instruct Pepper to use the head camera, which is there is a camera on the head, and then you can use that to take a picture in front, which is something very similar to the one that you see on the video monitor, and then display this particular image on the tablet, right in front of the Pepper chest, right? Okay, so this is what we want to achieve. Okay, so I'm going to pass this to Austin to show you the exact demonstration. Okay, Austin?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. So I'll pass you
Thank you for,
the
yeah, okay, I
display.
got it. So
Okay.
thank you for Jeffrey's sharing. And first of all, I'm just gonna open the camera to see here. Uh, Here with the real pepper here, and we're gonna show the audio functions with the real pepper here. So everyone just make sure we're gonna show details. Maybe you have some problem, kind of see it clear. You can talk. Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna switch to screenshot. Okay. So today we're gonna have the first program. It's kind of a very easy one, and we just got to easy from the harder to make understand what's the vision about. Okay, first of all, we should open the choreograph. I believe everyone just download the GitHub repository and download this project. And here we open today's lesson from the vision parts. And the first class we have is take picture and open this file. It's we have the subtext. It's a PML file and open. So that's the whole program, just show off. So before we detailed about how we make Pepper take picture and display, we need to have a view to show from here. The view, we have the video monitor, like what is said by Jeffrey. When we open it, we'll see the camera from the Pepper. It's kind of low resolution, but it's a real time. But first of all, we need to connect to our Pepper, and I'm gonna click on it.
Hello, my internet address is 192, 168, 111, 88.
Okay, say it. No change. So we're gonna connect to the real Pepper, so we can see from here. It's the head camera coming out from the video streaming, and it's a real time, and but it's a kind of little low resolution. Okay. And they have other functions from here. The button just go play to say like learn and import vision recognition database. And that's the details of how to use the video monitor. If you got more details about it, you can send me an email. Send the email and we're gonna discuss it. Okay, today we'll always focus on the program. So let's go to this first program. It's kind of very easy one. Just like we think that before, it's a big flow panel we use to program on. And first of all, we see here it's a kind of it's a combination box, right? So combination box means we're gonna review what we learned before. So combining box means they have a lot. It's a set of action or a set of boxes, and show you how to make it happen. Like we have to see test box, and maybe we gotta see box. When we all select alt box and double or right click, just a right click the mouse from here and convert to box to make it become to combination box. So that's why we see here this icon. That means it's default icon. That means it's a combination box. Oh, okay. Before going into the details box, in this box we see the logic behind it. We need to see the logical line. The logical line, that means we how this programming and how this function are running. Yeah. So It's this is easy line. It's easy one because they have only 2 lines. One line is kind of from just enter into the input, and the outline is gonna finish this program. This is very easy, right? So we go deep into this. Okay, I'm gonna make this panel bigger to make clear. Double click this combination box. We see the details behind it. First box we see here, it's I think it's a kind of standard picture box from the choreograph. So we're gonna search from this command box from here, and maybe it's a card to take picture. So we drag this icon here and to this panel. We see we're gonna see what's the difference between those box. Once we see a box, we need to make sure what happens box is standard box or it's a rewrite box. Like this box from the icon and title. A title you got a little bit change, and the other parts like the setting part. We can to change the different resolution and try to choose different camera from the paper. It's lets you know the paper have 2 camera from one of them from the head, another one from the mouth. So that's the difference. Okay, so we're gonna click OK, and compare with this one. We click the setting part, and it's the same, right? We just choose different parameter, by the way. Okay, after this, every time we see box, we need to know what is the input and what is the output. From here, we see this box only have, because this box got changed, it's very different from this standard box. So that means they're gonna change what parts. This one, we see they only have one input here, and what's the difference between them is this box have 2 outputs, but this one, the standard one is gonna have only 1. But why? So I like what I told you before, how we add new input and a new output. Just click the standard box and add a box. We see here we have the property to describe what is box is about, and its name, description, and image like that. The important part is that from this part it's inputs, outputs, and parameters. But how we add another input and how we add another output, even we're gonna change the parameter, they have these icons to have. Like we add new outputs by using this plus icon. We click on it, make a default value. It's gonna output. Okay, I'm gonna click OK and finish that. We see here it's adding output. So that's the reason they gotta change this standard box to make it like this. Okay, after we change this box, that means they have some output value to output. But how we try to make this output have some value, we should double click this box. When we open it, we will see the real code behind it. And if you gotta know what is the Python is and how to program using Python, you can see clearly how the real code is gonna finish. First of all, this is to have this AL server. So it's all the AL prefix module. That means this is the kind of server from the Pepper to make a Pepper move, see, and do whatever they want. So that's the name they call. And they have output, right? They add in this output, but we should find where they use on it. We double click on it, and we find the time. On time, this is strange. This is a string, the time value, and to make it's like a plus with the time to make a file name. What do you mean? That means so just make this this file name is unique. By default, they just a name with the default name like camera, right? Where's camera? We can click here. We see here the file name is camera. We can change another way, like maybe my name, Austin. But what if I just take picture lots that they have the same name? It's gonna recover the previous picture. Though the only thing you left is only one picture. So that's why we just put a time on. That's the reason why we have this output, right? To name it, make it unique. And from here we can see the outputs have different line outputs. When we analysis this program, we should know what box they use and how they connect to each other. So we see here only one take picture box and another one is delay. When we use one box, we should search from here, the box library, and search delay, drag into this panel, which is a comparison between those one. From the name and the icon, even setting, and important parts is about the input and output. It's kind of the same. So I believe this is kind of the standard box. So we just use it. Don't need to know more about it. Okay, just delete. And this is delay. It's the same, but another one is going to show image. We can search about it. Show image. Okay. What should we do? We just need to compare with this two, and what's different? Name, icon, setting, it's the same. And what's different? Outputs, the same. And this one got actual one. That means it got changes box. But how we change this box? We need to click like the way we use down to take picture. So it's the same way. So I just don't give a show, and then we could just try to make how this input going in with the code. When we double click this and show image, we can see our codes here, but they added to a new input. The name it like input time. So we're back here. We see they just name it like it's input time. So what did they do? They only just set this time to another variation. That means this just give this value to time. They're gonna use another place. We can search this time variable and try to find where they use. Okay, here. So like what I said before, it just try to make this name unique. Camera plus a time and JPEG. Yeah, that's the only reason they use two. Okay, when we know out of the box details, we need to know why they connect each other like this way, and why we just change another line to make another logic. First of all, we should from start here, it's a start point. We see a line just to connect to this take picture box. So only one input here. That means just activate this box to make it happen. What is the box about? What is the box about? We can try to make understand about it by searching it. Take picture, and then see here, it's inspector, right? This is a description about this take picture with one of the camera's camera and store it in memory in this path, and the image format is JPEG, right? This is to give you the right description. And the next time where you can find this picture from this path. Okay. So that means this this box only take pictures and save somewhere else, okay, then the first output needs unstop it. That means when we finish all the picture done, and they're gonna run this output, unstop output, and they're trying to make these two lines out here. One of them is try to connect to the delay box, and another one is try to make this show image box. So what is show image box? Even you can see from the name, just show image from the just to the tablet. We can see the details. Search this box, and we see here inspector description. This display image on screen. So that's a very easy one, right? But if they have lots of inputs, let me see what's meaning by this inputs. First of all, on start is activity. It's activity input. Another one is on stop. It's like other standard box. And then it's on hide image. So the first output from the take picture connected to this on hide image. That means just trying to hide the picture, the previous picture, just to release resources. And the next one is input time. They just try to make a value into this box, give the value, right? And another one is it's on preload image. That means we need to, sometimes our pictures is very huge, or they have high resolution, they're very large. That means we need to preload this image in case we show the picture quickly. Okay, this part we know the logic behind, but why we use delay? When we say from this output, when we detect stop it, we will see this connection just try to hide the image before, and we're gonna delay 1 second to let this operation running. Well, after one second, we will see here it's trying to make this show image don't start. What the meaning? When we the resource release, we're trying to show the image because the screen, this display is empty. We can show the picture now. Okay, they have two lines out here. Another one is trying to make this picture display. Another one is kind of try to another delay. What is the meaning? That means when we delay 1 second, and they're gonna finish out the program, right? This is try to finish out the programming. That means we can show this image on our tablets only for 1 second. That's the reason. But we can change this time to try to look what is difference between it. How about we don't use this box? We can try to make unstop it to make this program to finish. Okay, let me see the facts while we're running this program. Okay, and I'm gonna to stop sharing my screen and open the camera here. Okay, I'm gonna try to run my program, clear here, and trying to run. Okay, just finish. Okay, just wait. We're gonna change its value to test 10 seconds, and give another try. Oh, can you see my screen? Wait, sorry. Okay, we didn't see the picture out, but we need to retry this function. Run it. Okay, here we're gonna show our log view to see what happened. It's running normally. I'm gonna see the details. On start. Okay. Okay, we're gonna run again. Just see this pepper clear. Okay. Oh, what's going on? They don't even give the error report. They're gonna finish that. Okay. I think there's some problem with the pepper, so I'm gonna try restart. And wake it up. Just give it one more chance and just make sure pepper is okay. Okay. You see here from here, they have the file here. It's a camera and timestamp and JPEG. And I'm gonna try again. Hey, what's going on? Okay, I need to debug on it, but we're gonna show you when the next function, for the next function, and I don't want to waste time here. Also, just trying to get back to Jeffrey.
Right.
Jeffrey? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we're gonna.
Okay, so
I'm gonna debug this application. I'm not. I don't know what happened. Yeah.
Okay.
So they don't even give error.
Yeah, maybe you need to restart the whole.
Okay.
The whole pepper, right? Okay. Anyway, so let me proceed with the explanation on the slide. So while giving some time for Austin to figure out what is the problem. So maybe this is something that may be useful that we can share after this. That you might face it when you do the same thing as well, right? Okay, so for the take pictures, okay, so just assume that okay, so that thing should work because like we worked before in another class as well. So maybe some other factor that caused the problem that we will see after this. Okay, so what is the real problem? Okay, but we can proceed to the next one. Okay, so while gives Austin some time to figure it out what's the problem. So for the next functionality is face detection. Okay, so this one is also a one box and give you all the function, right? So it's this face detection box. Okay, by the name is face detection. Right, so we are going to use the built-in function within Pepper that it will straight away use the camera feed and try to use its own algorithm to figure out how many faces appear in the camera view. Okay, and you can see like for this instruction box, we have very normal input, which is on start or on stop. So this one is the normal one. And for the output on stop, this is also normal one. When the thing finished, then it will like give you an output from this on stop. But there are actually two additional, which is unique for this particular box, which is this number of faces and on no face. Okay, so on no face, with the name, I think you can guess, it's like when this face detection box didn't detect any. Okay, if let's say this box don't detect any faces in the camera view. So this will come out with an output. Okay, so it will give you an output on this on no face. But if let's say anyone actually like appear inside the camera view, then it will start to calculate like the number of faces. Okay, and then it is more than one. Okay, we can get quite a number. So far I have tried like 5, 6, and it still works. Okay, right. So we can use this, and let's see next how we are going to use this in the program. Okay, so again, we open up our example, and you will find another one box example, but this is, as Austin says, a combination of several boxes underneath. So we need to open it up to see what are there inside there. Oops, sorry. Okay, so if you open up, okay, you can find like 2. So this is the original face detection box, which is it has the one human face icon, and then we actually use another Python script box to actually do some function, okay, for this face detection, because as we know, this output is actually, it will give you the number of faces, and then the color is actually orange, so it is different from the black one. So the black one by default normally is a bang, which is an activation node. So for this one, I will say it might give you some value, for example, because it's number of faces, but later on Austin can verify this. It should be coming out certain value. So it might be an integer, because like you cannot have half of the space, I guess, so it should be integer. So it will connect to this box, which is, we need to see what is inside, because this is a custom Python script box, which is inside there. It will have some script to run, but the title says say number of. Okay, so I will assume that this box will actually say out the number of faces, which is, you can actually achieve the same objective by using the say text. Okay, so you can put a text edit box here, then followed by a say text, so that this value will go into, sorry, maybe you can straight away use the say text, because since this is already in a number form. Okay, so you can straight away put this thing into the say text instruction box, and it will straight away say it out. But over here, we show you another way how to do it, which is you can use the Python script box, and then inside there, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I remember it's like using the API, okay, the AL and then the say. Okay, so but that one later on, let Austin show you the detail. Then you can see the line. Okay, so this, okay, so when on start, then you will start to do it. And then when it got the value, then you will stop. But okay, it's not easy for me to explain here, because I don't really see like what are the values. So I will let the explanation on why this is like this and this is like this. The connection of the lines, I will let Austin to explain to you after this. But I'm not sure, like, is Austin, are you ready? So for this second demo, what we want to achieve is, okay, so we just use that demo just now that I show you, is for the pepper to detect the number of people in front. Okay, and then output this number, like how many people, and then we connect to the say text or the Python script, which is supposed to say it out. So it will say the number. So for example, like 2, 3, 4, or how many people in front, then Pepper will use the voice to say it out. So this is what you want to achieve with this demo, and you can use this demo for your development after this. Okay, but I'm not sure, is Austin, are you ready, or shall I continue?
Yeah.
Okay, you're ready? Okay.
Yeah, I'm ready for it.
Okay, so I'll pass back to you, then you can show these 2 demos in one go. Okay?
Yeah, together, okay.
Okay, right. Okay. So I'll pass to you. Okay,
thank you very much. And before we run into this function, I need to rerunning this the previous program. and I'll just check what happened before that. Okay, I'm gonna share my screen here. So what just happened? I'm trying to run this program like this. It's running normally, but we can see the log file. They don't have the error. This is to mention that they already have this file here, and so that's why I don't know what happens. So, and we tried to recheck this program. I found I changed a name where from this part. I opened this setting here before I'm trying to change this this name like Austin, right? And to make another name, it's not a match for the result. So camera is the fixed name. There's a fixed prefix in this picture. So I need to recover this back. Okay, it's a camera. Okay, I'm gonna click this OK button, and we're gonna run this program again. Let me see what happened. And I'm gonna share my camera here. Okay, and I'm gonna run this program. Okay, we see here. We got a picture here. It's gonna display like test 10 seconds, and we're gonna finish all that, right? Okay. What if I just change this number? The last delay box. I'm gonna change it 10 to 1 second, and I'm gonna click OK, and try to run this program again. Let me see what happens. We changed it to 10 seconds to 1 second. Just give one quick display, and it's gonna disappear. Okay, that's effect about this program. I need to make sure everyone understand it. If you don't get it, just talk with me. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna turn my camera, share my screen here. Okay, the next function we have from Jeffrey's course, we need to verify this this face detection. Okay, I'm gonna choose this file and open it. Okay, this only is the easy one, right? Before we go into this command box, we need to know from this icon. We know this it's a combination box, and they have a lot box. Which means they have a lot box inside. Okay, I'm gonna from a logic. So only one line into the start activity start, and all lines over. That's very easy logic. So I'm gonna double click this command box, and we see we're gonna see the details about how this program is running. And the firstly, we should see this box. They have face detection, and they have this one, see number of people. Okay, so where we gonna search this box? From this box library and panel, gonna search face detection. They have the real box, standard box. We're gonna compare this to box. It's the same from the name, icon, in the inputs and outputs, the same one. So that means we don't need to change the box. We need to know this box. Okay, I'm gonna delete this box. And so we're gonna know how we know this box. How about we're gonna try to double click this box. We double click. Wow, they have the inside they have another box, but it's also it's kind of standard box. That means a count detection face. That means, yeah, like the name said, this is try to make to say how many faces we face, right? So we'll go back to previous one, and we don't need to detail. We need to know details about this face detection box. because it's a kind of from a view, it's kind of a combination box, but it's trying to main one functions like a face detect. Okay, from the name, from the meaning of the name, only trying to detect it is the people have, or a thing really have the human feature. What do you think? It's kind of what kind of feature of a human like? They have eyes and hair, even nose and mouth, and they have like a normal face, right? What if they're just trying to take picture from the picture? They just analyze this character from this picture, trying to pick up out the person, the character to make this is a human. Okay. How about the next box? So I think this box is kind of from it's not like the standard one. We're trying to search say numbers. Didn't have this kind of a box. So, but from the icon we can know, or from here, from this viewer, we can see this Python script. Okay, we're trying to drag this box into this flowchart. We're trying to, first of all, we need to know what this box is. From the inspector, this is Python script. That means we can try to program it by Python. This box contains basic Python script, and it can be used to create any Python script box you would like. To add this script, double click on it. Okay, double click on it. Good try. Okay, it's a very easy and a structure. We can writing any codes from this structure to make things happen. Okay, we'll close this one. How about everyone know if it knows Python how to use Python to program? You know what is class, and they also have the init in the function. I think this is the default constructor, and unload, unload, and on input on start, and on input on stop. Okay, this is structure of how to writing Python in Pepper. Okay, I'm gonna delete this one. I'm gonna double click this one. Okay, they're gonna like compare with the previous box, Python script box. What's different? The same parts like my class, init, unload, on input start, on input stop. But what else? They just add some codes from here. Like what I said before, the previous AL, that means it's gonna service from the Pepper, like a test speech. That means trying to make Pepper speech, right? Okay. We see here they have another input, name is people number. Oh, we try to back to this box. They added another kind of input, try to make a name like a people number, right? So when the number the Pepper detect, they have real that it's kind of the type of a number trying to transfer into this Python script. So again, we'll double click this Python script, this box. We're gonna see here this number just to try as a trying to transfer it into this function by parameter, and this trying to say I saw how many people here. That's very easy, a very easy Python script we're trying to write. Okay, when we know all the box about, we should know the logic behind the lines. You see here that there are two starts from here. It's a start. Another one is kind of what we call stop. Where does this two logic come from? We can go back this root here. They have start, this box have start and stop and output like over and what else? Number of faces, right? Just remember it. Unknown face. We're gonna double click on it. It's the input. It is the previous box input. It start, stop, and we see here over, number of faces, and unknown face. And we also try to add more inputs, even more outputs from this plus icon. How does this happen? I'm gonna click this icon. I'll try to put it into Austin. It's input. We can try to make it like a number type, and okay, this added another input for this box named Austin, right? The same way we can use this icon to add output. Click on it. They have output, and the previous box like a face detection have adding actual output like an output. Yeah, that's the reason. That's the function we have use this. But we can also can see here. There's another icon here. It's not the same one with this icon plus. When we put a mouse on this icon, we see here it's add event from the AL memory. So AL, it's a prefix that means the service from the Pepper. Memory, that means to remember something, right? So it's kind of the story that into the memory. But as you know, as a computer engineer, we know the memory is very quick than the disk reading. It's very instant to give response. So what is memory inside? We add the in event. What is kind of event? On click this icon, plus icon, we can see here. This is all the events from the sensor. Okay. So let me give an example about that. It's a battery here. What we have, it's battery low. It's kind of event to try to make Pepper know how much battery we left and what we're gonna do next. And another one is connected to charging station. Yeah, this event, when we connect to, when Pepper just return home and try to connect to the charging station, give the charging itself, that means they have the events out from this part. When we click and select on it, we try to click OK. We see here, one of that is battery low. Another one is kind of a connect to the battery station. Okay, the battery low, we want to do something like to make it say something, my battery is low. And then we can do this like say something. And then we're gonna connect to the start of this box to make it see something. And we're gonna say my battery is low. Okay. When the battery is low enough, it's kind of below the 30% or even 20%. This event is gonna activate from the AR memory. It's very instant and very quick to make it say to mention lower battery, just to put me back to put me back and charge me, right? So that's this plus icon here, the function. Just remember it's an event. Okay. I'm gonna recall this function to make this project clear. Okay, when we know all the details about the inputs and outputs and even the plus different and plus icon, we should know the logic behind this this program. First of all, we see here there are two lines inside, but we're gonna try to see what happened in the previous box. There only one line into the start and the one line out over from the stop out the program. right? So I'm gonna double click on it. Starts. This is gonna work because they have two real connection each other to make this program running, but they didn't have the lines, any lines to try to make it stop. So that means this line is empty. This input is gonna do nothing, give it any response. Just no function here. So only line just trying to make this face detection work. Okay, so from this point of view, we know this program how to run. So like from this trying to face detection, and they have the three outputs. One is unstop it, and when is this face detection stop it? This is a kind of it's kind of to just take this face detection just take up this camera trying to detect all the detected the rounds in people. So they're gonna try to keep up until you're gonna stop it. So when we're gonna stop, when you gotta try to unstop it, this output can be trying to finish. But from this part of view, this line is not work, right? This line is not work. So this one is not gonna stop this face detection. Okay, so when this face detection starts, and we have this number of faces, and they have two lines out. One line is trying to make program running out, and another one is trying to make Pepper see. I see how many people in front of me, and another is kind of on no faces. But we see here these two output lines didn't connect any of a program ending. So this, I think this is not work anyway. Okay, when we see something, when we finish, see, we saw a lot of how many people here, and this function gonna stop. We will see this line here, just trying to reconnect to the unstop it of face detection, trying to stop face detection, and that means they're gonna stop face detection and stop it, trying to make this over outputs, and trying to make the program running out. So that's the whole logic or whole the programming behind it. So let me try how it works. Okay, but luckily we have two people run here. Maybe we can try to make Pepper to see how many, one people, even more people. Okay, I'm gonna open my camera. Okay, I'm gonna run this function.
I saw one person.
I saw one person, right? So it's very easy and very quick because it's just take picture and recognize how many people, how many people features inside. Okay, just so only one people here. We're gonna try another one. We're gonna have my colleagues here, Edward, and give me a try. We just face in front of Pepper and try to make Pepper see they saw two people. Okay, I'm gonna run this game.
I saw one person.
Okay. The two person must be in front of Pepper and to make camera see us.
I saw one person.
Oh God, let me try again.
I saw one person.
Okay, it's very hard to make a camera because you can see it from here. I just try to close camera. Thank you, Edward. I'm gonna share my screen. You can see here this Pepper, the head always move a lot, but from your side you can stop the awareness of Pepper to make a static and try to make a picture very stable. Okay, and also you can try this program with your real Pepper, and this is gonna work. It's very easy algorithm, and give it a try. Okay, thank you. I'm gonna continue to next function. Back to Jeffrey.
Okay, thanks, Austin. Very, very detailed explanation. So let me proceed to the next example. Okay. Okay, so we have face detection just now. So you can see like the program run actually very fast. So if you want to control the program or make the program low, so maybe you want to do something with the over. So which means like after it say how many people, so instead of go over, you actually can reroute back to make it continuous, right? So that is something that maybe you can change to make your Pepper keep on like detecting and tell the number. But if you want to do that, because like the program is very fast, so you may want to put some delay so that you can like slow down the processing. Okay. Okay. So the next one is face learning and recognition. So now, not just detecting how many, but you want Pepper to remember a particular face that you can associate with a specific name. Okay. Right, so a few boxes. So now you cannot achieve this with just one. You need to achieve with a few. And then we have something very special that we need to erase whatever data that we have in our database before we proceed with the learning. Okay, so we have a few stages. So the first one is we need to unlearn all face instruction box. Okay, so this is the first one that you need to do, and then you can see the input output is a bit different from the normal one. So the input is like on clear database is on start. Then the output is either success or failure. Okay, success or failure. And yeah, I think it's pretty much straightforward. You use this, you straight away run, and then it will erase whatever that is currently available in the database. Why you need to do this is because like you don't want whatever that people have already trained previously will actually make some, how to say, make your learning or make your recognition less accurate, because like you have other data previously still left in the Pepper memory. Okay, so first thing first, you just erase and reset everything. Then you start to save the face data that you want. Okay, so in order to do that, you use the learn face instruction box. So we have a learn face instruction box, and then the input and output is also very similar to the previous one, which is on learn, which is you straight away start to learn, and then it will tell you like on success or on failure. So only one time, then the Pepper can learn. But over here, we might want to see the learning process actually will give you some indication whether it's success or failure. And then later, Austin will show you the details on how how this logic can be done in example. But in concept, it's like when you run this learn phase, if let's say the learning is successful, then the eye, which is you can see like the eye actually got some LED there, so will show you will turn to green. Okay, will turn to like the green color, and that means the learn phase actually is successful. Okay, but if let's say the LED actually turn red, then that means something is wrong, and yeah, the learn phase failed. Okay, so that is the indication from Pepper to let you know like whether your learning is successful or not successful, right? Okay, then the third one is the recognition. So once you have learned someone, okay, maybe it's not showing here, but later on you will see, we need to also give the name. So once you have learned someone faces, you have stored the value, the data in the memory, and you also associate with a name. Okay, so once this thing is done, and you can do this for multiple people, then after that, you can do the recognition. So either randomly one of the person that already trained can appear in front, and then when that happens, you run this face recognition. Okay, so this one is a normal one on stop on start for the input. The output on stop was also the normal one, but have a special one on recognize face. So when it successfully recognize someone, okay, it will give you the name that previously you associate to this particular face of this person. Okay, Right. So in the example, you will see like, yeah, when you open it up, you will have you'll see three of these instruction blocks that I just explained. So first you start with the unknown. Sorry, you want to erase all the faces. Then after that you learn. Then after you learn, you do the recognition. Okay. So if you open up the particular file inside this combined box. So for this face learning, you can see one important part is this name. So you need to tell or you need to give as an input what is the name that you want to associate with the particular face that you learn. Okay, so that Pepper will able to associate these two together, so that next time when it recognizes in the face recognition, then Pepper can tell you the name, right? Then also you can see, like just now I said, the LED, which will tell you like whether it's successful or not successful. And in this example, it also used say box to give you the message in audio file. Okay, the rest of the detail I'll let Austin to explain to you. Okay, for the face recognition, you can see like, okay, so down there you got the by default face recognition, and then this say to recognize, this is just an audio to tell or to announce that Pepper is starting to recognize someone. Okay, starting the process to try to recognize someone, and then the output will go to the say name, which is like it will read out the name if, let's say, the recognition is successful and detect and recognize that particular person. Okay. All right. So what you want to achieve is a scenario like this. So Pepper will say start to recognize human faces, then it will start to learn. Then successful, then it will say success. If fail, then it will say fail. And then during that time also, you can see the eye, the LED at the eye area to see like what is the color. If red is fail, okay. Then after it's successful, recognize, or sorry, learn someone faces with the name that you give, then it will start to run the face recognition box, which is it will try to see if this person, maybe you can swap another one, but if let's say the same person appear in front, it will speak out the name. Okay, so this is what you want to achieve with the demo. Okay, so I'll pass back to Austin to show you this demo.
Okay, I'm gonna share my screen. I think this function is I'm gonna try to open this vision examples like face learning, and I think this is a very difficult, or I think it's a complicated program we face today, and from the first period of this program, we see it's very easy, and the logic is very clear. We're trying to make 3 boxes connection each other, and to make a run this. First run this, and the second one face learning, and the last one trying to make face recognition. Okay, like the lesson, or I talked about how to make a program. I need to make sure what box we use. Okay, first box, obviously it's not a combination box. It's have a different icon here, and we're trying to search this unlearned off face. Okay, we're trying to make understand what is that, and what was the function they have. Inspector said it's just to remove all the faces from the face database. But why? Like Jeffrey teacher said, this is to clear all the resources we have in Pepper, just in case we just have the same name or same face as stories in Pepper, and just confuse us. So before we're trying to make a new projects or new resources assigned, though we need to clear all the resources we have before. That's the reason we need to unclear all the faces and try to make a new one. Okay. Okay. So that's the first box meaning, and we can try to make understand what's face learning. And we see here they have 2 outputs. One of that is on failure. Probably we should try to make another logic. Try to make this program finish. That means we're not successful to clear all the faces. We try to stop this program all, or we can try to see something, and we drag the say box here, and when it failed to unlearn all the faces, we try to mention to people what happened in Pepper, right? Just give a response to to the people trying to run this program. Okay. Okay, we're gonna clear. Just trying to keep the origin one. Another outputs you can also success. One of this box finishes successfully, they're gonna try to make this box work. But they have two inputs. One of that is learn face on learn. Another one is kind of oh, is Chinese here. Sorry, we didn't crack it. So that means it's kind of let the Pepper say something on start. Okay, and we double click on the face learning. We see what happened. What is inside? Okay, it's kind of small. We try to make it large and to make clear what we see here. Okay, it's more clear here. Like what I said before, is to have two inputs from the previous box, but they don't have any logic from the same input, right? Nothing lines or connection into this box. That means it's not working anymore. So we see here, but they have lines trying to connect this two box. One line is trying to say something to make a say, right? From this icon, we can see this is a say box trying to make a Pepper say something. We can click on it, see learn face now, and another line is trying to learn face, right? But this two lines is not gonna work because they didn't have any logic or any line trying to connect this input. Okay, that means only this input is gonna work. So let me see what the logic behind it. It's I'll start, and they have only one line trying to connect this C box. We're gonna see what it box. This is kind of standard box, right? Is it have on start and on stop? Output is gonna stop it, and we're gonna click the setting parts and try. It's standard, and they have voice shaping and speed and text. They're just trying to just let Pepper to see learning face now. Okay. And when the Pepper finishes saying let's learning face now, and they connect it to the text, the edit text. What is edit text? Remember the first class we have about the audio parts? We trying to edit text edit. Yeah, it's like this one, right? It's the same because nothing got to change, right? The only thing we need to note it's outputs. They have different color. It's blue, and the inputs kind of black. We know the different colors means different function. The black one is inactive, and the blue color is we'll put the mouse on our mouse on here. They just mentioned that the type is string. That means they have string out trying to transfer into this function, learn face. So before we introduce this function, we know, okay, we try to make name with the face we put it in Pepper, right? We need to have one relation between a name and a picture. Means it's picture the people we recognized or we learned, they must have some name on it. So here we're gonna name anything. Here is Tom. We can try to make Austin, or okay, we have another colleague here, so that means Edward. So we try to add word to make it happen. So in this phase, what we know is face learning, right? So they're gonna learn the face and to match with its Edward name. Okay, it's that's the only way to only way to do. So let me see this learn face. We try to search this box, learn face, try to drag this standard box. Oh, it's the same, like the name, icon, or even the input output is the same. So we're gonna use it. Just don't need to more about the learn face, right? Okay. They have only one input. Just remember, this color is blue. That means it's gonna receive any string things. That means it's the error words string transfer into the learn face. Just remember. Members name by picture this face. Just remember that they have 2 outputs and 3 lines. The first one is going to ask success. So when what happened or what next when we learn faces successfully, we try to, the first one is trying to make successful to learn. Oh, just remember the icon is just trying. It's a standard safe box. What does that say? Learn successfully. Okay, this is say learn successfully. And another trying to make eyes LEDs. What the meaning? Let me search on it. It's a standard box or not? Yeah, it's a standard, right? The input outputs only one. Okay, gonna delete it. What was the function meaning? Okay, we can click on it, trying to find a description. Set the LED color of the eyes, right? Note that you must open the box to enter the color. Okay, well, that means we can open the box to enter the color, but I think this is next course, we're gonna describe how to use the timeline. But in this course, we just mentioned that we don't know detail about it, okay? Just remember this output is trying to see something and make eye color change. So when you try and run this program, you need to focus on the pepper's eye. They're gonna try to make a different color to response to people or what the step we are in. Okay, and another output is gonna on failure. On failure is gonna only one line out into connected to the another box. From this icon, we know is save box, right? We're gonna, what it is gonna say, failure to learn, right? Okay, they just say something and finish that. And another way is that when we successfully to learn phase, they also try to finish all that. Okay, well, they have 2 output, right? One is the output on stop, another one is output on stop 2. Okay, we're gonna try to previous box. We see here outputs on stop it, and another one is gonna output on stop it 2. Okay, this one is successfully success, and another one is a failure. Okay, what happened when we fail to learn phase? They're gonna try to finish all the program, right? It's gonna finish all the program to make a stop. What if they learn successfully and they should try to face recognize? It's very easy logic. So we can double click on this command box, stem box. We have here. Okay, they only have 3 boxes, and the first one is like the say, right? You see something, we're gonna click on and try to begin to recognize face. Okay, just say something. They're gonna try to face recognition after they see something, and face Recon. We never see this icon, right? So we're gonna search in the box library and face Recon. Okay, we're gonna drag a new one. Just compression with those tools. It's the same same inputs, same outputs. So we're gonna delete it. So that means we just know how to use this box. Just don't need to know more details about it. That means you don't need to double click on it, try to make understand what's inside. Okay. That means we just only know what is the box. We try to make know what is the input and output. One of the activities on start, try to make this box work. Another one is on stop it. Because we have the resource to take up, that means we need to stop to release the resource to let the other program to use it. Okay. The outputs we see here is unstop it. When we're gonna stop it, we probably from another logic we can try to finish out the program. But in this program we didn't. We just we need to finish the program after seeing this one. That means it's gonna finish out the program. All right. And another one is gonna on faces, and that means you can see here is kind of string, right? String just come from what is named that it's an error, and try to connect to the C. But this is not just C, right? You can see it's a different color. It's blue, but the normal C is kind of blue, the black. This is activity button I input, and this is have the input have some parameter. So it's a C test. It's not safe. Okay, we drag into compare this to one. It's the same. So this one is this input of the box just can receive some strings into this box. Okay, want to do that? After they see something, see the name, the face. This is recognize the face. And they have two line of outputs. First of all, you're just trying to make the program stop. Another one is trying to release the resource to just make the face recognition stop. Okay, we're gonna try to make this program running. So I'm gonna next step, I'm gonna click this button here and just make this program running. Okay, we're gonna open my camera. And also, thanks for my colleagues just give me help trying to see what is gonna do with Pepper. Okay, Edwards, thank you very much. So Edward just is standing in front of Pepper and facing into the camera, and let me see, trying to run this program.
Learning face now.
Learning face now, this first face. Okay, we
learn successfully.
all successfully.
Begin to recognize face.
Begin to recognize.
You are Edward.
You are Edwards. So that's it. This is very successful one. So that's the logic is clear. So thank you for my colleague Edward. And I'm gonna stop my camera and share the screen again. Okay, that's kind of a very clear logic behind it. But we need to just try to run this box with another, and it's kind of easy. But you shouldn't know what's face learning behind, like the face detection. Okay, that's all for my part, and I'm gonna go back to Jeffrey, and I'm gonna continue another cost function. We have a how.
Right, okay, thanks Austin. So let's head to the last one. Okay, right, because like I think that the face learning and recognition example is quite complete, that you can use it directly. It's just that if you want to learn more, or you want to like make your recognition and learning separate, then maybe you need to do some adjustment on the content. Okay, but anyway, okay, let's go to the fourth function for today. Okay, right. Okay, facial features and recognition. Okay, so this one we will go. We actually have a few parts that each of these function actually taken care by one of the particular box, instruction box that we can use. So you can actually use them together, or you can use them separately, doesn't matter. Okay, because like it is actually standalone by itself, but for convenience, we just combine them together because like they are all related to these facial features. So it actually Pepper, but I'm not so sure about the exact algorithm or calculation on the expression, whether it actually consider the body movement or something else rather than the face. But well, we can try and see how it works. Okay, so there are 3 boxes that we are I would like to introduce here. So the first one is the get age, which is it will return the age of the current person, which is an estimation. Okay, it's an estimation. Then it will also we will also have another one, which is this get gender. So it's to return, which is to tell what is the gender. So maybe you might want to try to deceive Pepper by try to change some of your facial features so that it looks like the opposite gender and see how accurate this thing can go. Okay, maybe you can try with that. Then the third one is this get emotion or get expression. Okay, the box is actually called get expression. So it's to estimate the emotion of the current user. For example, like whether it's a neutral means like without much expression, happy, surprised, angry, and sad. But you can find the list like later on in if you click on the setting. So it got a list of emotion that you can choose to see which one you want to Pepper to actually estimate, whether it's that the motion that you want to do. And for this tree, okay, so for this kind of facial expression and also yeah, age and gender, it is a very useful and also meaningful content for you to design into your conversation with Pepper. So for example, like you can make like a simple game like, okay, so Pepper will say, okay, hey, I would like to try to guess your age. Then you can use this and to see to guess the age and then to see the response from the person. And also you can use it for other things. And also for this emotion, you may want to like ask the person to like give you some or try to show you some different facial expression to see what kind of emotion for the Pepper to guess. So this kind of guessing game might be one of the way that you can actually program into your interaction with Pepper. Okay, so that is one idea for you when you think about the application. Okay, so in the example, we actually like lay down all the tree, but we actually pair it with another box in order for you to see the output. Okay, so you can see like this one is actually, these three are actually the combined box for the age, gender, and also expression with something else. So let's see what is inside later on in the demonstration by Austin. But the effect that you want to get is like after you run the program, what you will get is like Pepper will start from like tell you the age, then tell you the gender, and tell you the mood of the person, and yeah. Okay, and then keep in mind that this can only happen for one person, right? So if you have more than one person in the Pepper view, then it might tell you like the estimation or the answer is not successful. So please make sure that when you run this, you need to make sure that only one person inside the view of Pepper. Okay, so without further ado, I would like to pass back to Austin to show you the demonstration. Austin?
Okay, yeah, I'm here. Okay, well, I think the last function we have, I'm gonna share my screen first. This function is very easy, and just I guess some of our engineers can even have this kind of algorithm from the web. They know they can download this algorithm, trying to make it happen. So for you, you can we can open this program first, expression, trying to know your age, your gender, expression, and that means. But for Pepper, they have the easy running on Pepper and trying to make this happen. But what about you? If you got another algorithm trying to make Pepper run to recognize your age and gender expression, you can try to use this Python, right? Python, yeah, to write yourself this algorithm to make this happen. Okay. Okay. From this part, we can see here there all the three the boxes kind of combination box. They must have something details inside this box. We try to make clear about it. The first one is kind of the age detection. Okay. And then get the first box we saw here is get an age, and we search on it. Get age. Well, they really have the standard box. Okay, it's a real one. It's a standard. Well, but we're gonna see what happening inside of the setting. And before know this setting, we should see this impactor. Just a description about the. This box returns age of person in front of the robots. The detection failure fail when there's more or less one person in front of robots and when the timeout is exceeded. That means if you got more people in front of robots, this box is gonna work. That means it's only one person to get this age. But that's the only one algorithm running in Pepper. But that means you have another algorithm to trying to make more people get a different age. You can try to use your algorithm. Okay. Okay. When we know this is box, and we can see here inside of the setting. We're gonna open it. They have two parameters. One of that is confidence and threshold. Like what Jeffrey mentioned about this threshold to make how much match it with your faces. Like I give example like in the first class we're trying to make a communication with Pepper. Where I say something to Pepper and they just recognize what I'm saying, but they also give the percentage how what I said to Pepper. They just trying to know you, but they didn't 100% know what you're really saying. So that means this is a confidence threshold to match the real one, the real thing they have. Okay. Another one is get timeouts. They're gonna if it doesn't work, if it says this timeout, that means they're gonna run error. So we're gonna see the input outputs. First, let me see the first one is on error. That means the time is out, or many people or less or more people in front of Pepper. They're gonna run this part. It's an error. Another one is you can see here this color is blue. That means it's the type is kind of string. They also give you a reason why this box not work. Okay. Another one is gonna unstop it. Okay. Unstop it that means gonna get your age successfully to trying to run into the boxes. Let me see the setting here. It's a kind of standard, right? It's a standard C test. Okay, they're just trying to make a number, the yellow color. So this thing is the first one we see here is the yellow. Yellow colors mean this type is a number and try to transfer into the string part to make a say test to see your age, right? Let me see some details about the age. We're trying to double click to try to make to understand what's called meaning. Here we see, you probably look like P, that means the number, just transform in the previous box, P years old. So they're gonna say what's their age, okay? And we know that it's gonna, after finish that, we're gonna finish all the project over. Another one is get an age against arrow, they're gonna also get an arrow. What back to the box, the previous box. We see here they're gonna arrow to finish this box. This finishes all the program, and another one is over. That means it's successful and successful running this age detection, and trying to make the gender detection. So another two boxes is the same. It's the same logic and the same. It's not the same box, but it's the same. Same kind, it's very similar. This is get age, get gender. It's a standard box gender. Okay, we can see here It's the same from name, icon, input, output. It's same. Okay, let me see what output on arrow. It's the same like get age, and on stop it. Just the blue. That means to transfer the string into the to say something or what's your age, the boy or girl. Okay, and this output is the same. And so does the expression direction. So important parts about this get expression, we need to know. It's also a standard box. But we know here more details about it. They also have the confidence threshold and the timeouts. Even they have the 5 different expression to make you think to match a face, right? But then you want to narrow this down, you can try to unselect it, okay? But we're gonna select all of that and try to make understand what people in front paper. Okay, we're gonna click OK. And what if they're gonna stop it? That means a successful get a depression, trying to connect to the say task box to see something. Let me see. Okay, they have what? Sorry, I can tell oppression. You seem like a little sad. When you get when the value is happy, you seem like happy, and surprised, angry, and so on. Okay, so I think this logic is very easy, and I'm gonna try this program to make it happen. I think this is very important. Important function we run or we make a program for students. They very curious about its function. Really, the paper can, any algorithm can try to make to understand your age, your gender, equation. It's can magic. So let me see that magic. Also, we need to my card here. Try errors to give example. So I'm gonna open my camera first. Okay. Okay. Just as you can see, I was standing in front paper trying to make a camera close. And I'm gonna run this program now.
You probably look like 28 years old.
Okay, 20 years old, man.
28. You should be a boy.
It's a boy.
Yeah. You seem like happy.
You seem like happy, yeah. That's thing. It's very interesting. But I think it's great function we have when we integrate our program and make paper more surprise and lively. Okay, that's the running program running parts, and we're gonna go back to Jeffrey. But thank you all you just go with us. Thank you very much.
Right, thanks Austin. Right, okay, so I guess this is the fun part that you can try, especially for the age. I will like in the Python script, I will try to minus like 5 so that the user will be happy all the time. Okay. But yeah, so maybe like this is just how to say something fun to do. Okay, so maybe you try not to be too serious about the estimation, especially on the emotion or the expression. It's because like yeah, people can fake how they look like, although they don't feel that as well. So but if we think in another way, you can actually use this as an icebreaker for Pepper to actually have some interesting interaction with your user, and that will be more how to say, more interesting, okay, for you to do your development, because ultimately Pepper is designed for to have a fun interaction with the people, like when you want to provide some services and so on. But having a very natural and fun conversation is very important, because like that is the foundation for the communication. So today, whatever that you learn in this visual perception, you can use it and try to be creative to combine with the things that you have learned last week, like how to design the conversation and so on. So if let's say you can put them nicely together, you can actually make Pepper become something that is fun to talk to, right? Which is very different from like normal like virtual agent, which is people don't really feel that much of embodiment, and also don't have that much of emotion. Okay, when talk to Pepper is different, with a lot of different factor. For example, like the the uncanny valley, the expression, the activeness of the, and also the gesture and so on. So these are all the energy that will make Pepper a better candidate for you to design for the conversation, and also for the how to say interaction. So by combining with the visual perception function, you can actually do a lot more to make Pepper more fun to talk to. Okay, so let's before I end the session, so let's look at the assignment. Okay, this is not really for the purpose to ask you to do some assignment, but is for you to do some revision with whatever that you have learned today. So if you look at the assignment for today, it's like to add the visual perception function into the dialogues program that you developed previously, so that Pepper can obtain the person name. Okay, so how to obtain the person name? Okay, last time we actually designed the how to say the conversation that if you still remember, we can actually design some concept. Then you can give a few names. So you can actually ask the person like, okay, so let me guess your name. Are you this and this and this and this? And that person say, okay, I am this. Then okay, maybe you can start from there. Or you can ask the person to choose a name. Okay, because we know that whatever that we learned last week is actually not easy if you want Pepper to learn some name or some character that is not in the database or not in the dialogue script that you already designed. So you can be creative to use this way that we put it down in the requirement. The name of the person can be, yeah, you can put something else. For your reference, if you're not sure what I'm talking about, you can refer to the previous assignment that got the grapes, barbecue, corn, and so on in previous example. So that will give you some idea what am I talking to, what am I talking now regarding the selection of the name. Okay, so this will give you some idea how to design that ice breaking when you talk to Pepper. Then once you can learn the name, or you let the user choose a name, you can also automate the learning of the facial for the recognition. Okay, so you can say, okay, so I associate this name to your face, so please stand to you and let Pepper to like take a few photos. So Pepper will take a few photos, which is like you run the face learn function in order to capture that, to learn that particular face to associate with the name. Then after that, yeah, you can like let the person do the like, do you know who am I, and so on. And you can do this for multiple person. Okay, multiple person to see, like you can play a game with a group of people to see if Pepper able to recognize the person after learning. Okay, so there's another function that you can think of for today's assignment. Then you also can do like in the first example that I say, the selfie Pepper. Okay, so you can actually design a selfie Pepper, which you can use Pepper for your selfie. So you can like design a function that always you can tell Pepper take photo, then Pepper will start to say like, okay, I will take photo, please stand in front of me, 1, 2, 3, cheese, something like that. And this will be a very how to say interactive and also fun things to have. And also not forgetting, like today you learn how to actually change the name so that you can have all the photo actually recorded in the Pepper system. Okay, so I think I have given out a lot of ideas and also hints for you to see how to combine all these functions in order to create some very interesting interactive application that you can make the Pepper a very interesting companion to interact with the people around. Okay, so I hope that summarize and also conclude whatever that I want to like say today. So again, as usual, so we will actually spend some time. If you have any question after this, we hope to interact with you. But let me conclude and say bye in the recording. So I will stop the recording after this, and we can proceed to the interactive session among us. Okay, right. So thanks for coming. Okay, so and also like I would like to say thanks to Austin and also Edward today to help us in the demonstration. So again, we will prepare for the class for next week. We will talk about the gesture, okay, how to make Pepper move the body, how you want to design. And this is very important and also interesting to design, for example, like you want to make performance, like a dancing or any performance. We can see a lot of very nice dancing performance by using Pepper. You can find a lot on YouTube or other social media as well. Okay, so that will be next week. So thanks for coming, and thanks SoftBank for the support. Okay, so I hope to see you next week, same time and also same place. Okay, see you.
Thank you, Jeffrey.
Thank you, Jeffrey.